Atomic Habits. What if I told you that your life 5 years from now will be shaped not by one big decision, but by the tiny habits you repeat every single day? Success isn't built overnight. It's built one small choice at a time. And in this book, you'll discover why improving just 1% every day can completely transform your health, wealth, career, and relationships. Let's dive into one of the most life-changing books ever written, Atomic Habits by James Clear. The core philosophy. The compounding effect of small actions. Clear introduces the concept of continuous improvement. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you will end up 37 times better by the time you're done. Conversely, if you get 1% worse every day, your behavior will decline nearly down to zero. He warns readers about the plateau of latent potential. Change often feels useless because we expect progress to be linear. In reality, results are delayed. We work hard, see no immediate changes, and enter a period called the Valley of Disappointment. However, this work is not wasted. It is simply being stored. When you finally break through, people often call it an overnight success, ignoring the long foundation built before. Focus on systems, not goals. Goals are about the results you want to achieve, while systems are about the processes that lead to those results. Clear points out that focusing solely on goals is flawed for several reasons. First, winners and losers often have the exact same goals, so the goal itself cannot be what separates them. Second, achieving a goal is only a temporary change. Cleaning a messy room fixes it for a moment, but without changing your habits, it will become messy again. Finally, goals can restrict your happiness by making you believe you can only be happy after you reach the finish line. A systems-first approach ensures you keep progressing even after a milestone is achieved. Identity-based habits. To build habits that last, we must understand the 3 layers of behavior change. The outermost layer is outcomes, which is about what you get, such as losing weight or writing a book. The middle layer is processes, which is about what you do, like going to the gym or writing daily. The deepest layer is identity, which is about what you believe, including your worldview and self-image. Most people start by focusing on outcomes, which is an outcome-based approach. The sustainable way is an identity-based approach, where you focus on who you wish to become. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. The 4 laws of behavior change. Clear breaks down the habit loop into 4 distinct steps: cue, craving, response, and reward. To build good habits, we use the 4 laws of behavior change. To break bad habits, we invert them. The first law: make it obvious. Your brain is a conditioning machine that constantly analyzes your environment for cues that spark habits. To change your behavior, you must first become aware of it using a habit scorecard, where you write down your daily routine and label each habit as positive, negative, or neutral. To implement new habits, you must use implementation intentions. Instead of saying you will exercise more, you must say exactly what you will do, at what time, and in what location. You can also use habit stacking, which means tying a new habit to an existing one by stating that after you perform your current habit, you will immediately perform the new habit. Finally, you can use environment design. Visual cues are powerful catalysts. So if you want to practice guitar, place the guitar in the middle of your room where you can easily see it. The second law: make it attractive. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is to become habit-forming. This is driven by dopamine, as our brain releases this chemical not just when we experience pleasure, but when we anticipate it. You can use temptation bundling to link an action you want to do with an action you need to do, such as watching your favorite show only while exercising. Additionally, social influence plays a massive role. We naturally imitate the habits of the close, such as family and friends, the many, which represents the crowd, and the powerful, who are the successful people we admire. Joining a culture where your desired behavior is the normal behavior is one of the most effective steps you can take. The third law: make it easy. Human behavior naturally follows the law of least effort, meaning we gravitate toward the option that requires the least amount of work. Clear distinguishes between being in motion and taking action. Motion is planning and strategizing, which makes us feel productive but doesn't produce a result. Action is the actual behavior that delivers an outcome. To build a habit, you must reduce friction by decreasing the steps between you and the good behavior. You can use the 2-minute rule, which states that when you start a new habit, It should take less than 2 minutes to do. Reading a book becomes reading one page, and running a marathon becomes tying your running shoes. You must standardize a habit before you can optimize it. The fourth law, make it satisfying. The first 3 laws increase the odds that a behavior will be performed this time, while the fourth law increases the odds that it will be repeated next time. The cardinal rule of behavior change is that what is immediately rewarded is repeated, and what is immediately punished is avoided. Because human brains evolved to favor immediate rewards over delayed rewards, you must add immediate, minor rewards to your good habits. Using a habit tracker to visually cross off days on a calendar provides immediate satisfaction. Clear advises to never miss twice. Missing once is an accident, but missing twice is the start of a new bad habit. You can also create an accountability partner or a habit contract to make the costs of your bad habits immediate and painful. How to break a bad habit. To eliminate a negative behavior, you simply invert the 4 laws. Instead of making it obvious, make it invisible by removing temptations from your environment. Instead of making it attractive, make it unattractive by reframing your mindset and focusing on the benefits of avoiding it. Instead of making it easy, make it difficult by increasing friction and adding more steps between you and the behavior. Instead of making it satisfying, make it unsatisfying by using an accountability partner to create immediate consequences. Advanced tactics. The truth about genetics. Genetics do not eliminate the need for hard work, but they clarify where we should direct our efforts. You should choose environments and fields that align with your natural abilities. If you cannot win by being better in a crowded field, you can win by being different and choosing a game that exploits your unique strengths. The Goldilocks rule. The human brain loves a challenge, but only if it is within an optimal zone of difficulty. The Goldilocks rule states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities, meaning the task is not so easy that it causes boredom, and not so hard that it causes anxiety. The downside of good habits. While habits are necessary, they can make us blind to minor errors once they become automatic. To achieve true mastery, you must combine automatic habits with deliberate practice. This requires establishing a regular system for reflection and review, ensuring you remain fully conscious of your performance over time. Ultimately, great change does not happen overnight. It is the result of tiny, daily decisions that seem completely insignificant in the moment but compound beautifully over time. You do not need a massive leap to transform your life. You just need to be 1% better today than you were yesterday. Your new identity is not forged by distant, lofty goals, but by the daily votes you cast with every single small action you take. Now, it's your turn to take action. Leave a comment below. What is one tiny, something that takes less than 2 minutes, that you will commit to starting tomorrow to build your new identity? Drop your habit in the comments below, and let's support each other on this journey.